don't have a beef with Drake.
The prosecution's star witness, pop star Drake, is scheduled to take the stand.
When I'm saying he's not hip-hop, that's not talking down on him. He makes him from a pop perspective. Even as a pop artist, he's past his window.
To the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters,
Always took whatever was at the top of culture and said, I can clean this up more.
The Kato Kayla of the music industry, Drake made history for being the first rapper ever to sue because he lost a rap battle.
Yo, diss LeBron James?
And his threat is like, I'm going to tell everybody what you've been doing, like as if like maybe you knew he slept with a woman and you're going to tell his wife. It just got lame. And it's like, cuz went from complaining about girls who broke his heart, that was the whole beginning of his career, to now that broke his heart. It's like there's a white guy in Downey, and he saw all these taco trucks doing well. He was like, man, this Mexican food thing is incredible. I have to get in on this. And he's like, but if I take some of the seasoning out of it, I can make it digestible for everybody. Hence the birth of Taco Bell. Like, he got a great run for a pop artist. It's a perfect example of somebody who's really excellent as a writer, as a rapper, right? But culturally, like, blank.
You think UMG could represent hip hop?
He don't understand what's cool culturally to say. The movement of us, what to say. They the only ones doing it now. Yeah. I don't know who else is doing it.
you guys make me sick to my stomach, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something?
Now, while Taco Bell is very much an American cuisine based
Right.
off Mexican food, it's not Mexican food. That's Drake to hip hop. Hip is anti-lane. They doing more than you doing.
I can't
Right now, they doing more than you doing right now. To allude, to threaten to another man, I'm going to tell somebody you're sleeping, oh, you're cheating on your wife, or I know business about you. That just ain't cool culturally. Really, truthfully, you don't like black people like that.
You guys, that's what I thought. No, that's what I thought.
And I know that sounds crazy, and it feels like it's a reach. He don't really like black people. Fried chicken is soul food. So he's like the Colonel.
I'm not playing with
Like,
you.
he makes great rap music for people that don't have a soul.
Woo! Now that's T-Boy.
That covers Kendrick's inner circle and how they factored into the ongoing situation with Drake since the feud first kicked off. Now today brings fresh details that have social media buzzing, with many framing it as Drake facing some kind of threat, and this latest update comes courtesy of Glasses Malone. But before we dive into that, we've got the newest streaming numbers for July, breaking down which rappers are dominating the major platforms right now, and those figures have already stirred up plenty of reaction online. We'll circle back to that a little later. First though, let's get into the latest development in the Drake and Kendrick situation. An associate of Kendrick's dropped a comment about Drake that immediately had rap fans buzzing. It all traces back to a super chat during a live stream where someone clowned him for pulling low view counts since he hadn't been bringing up Drake, and that comment set him off.
We have 700 to 1,000 viewers in here because it's not about Drake. I could kick Cuz back in. You want me to?
That's crazy.
You want me to put 1,000 people in here?
You
want me
need
to
the
put
numbers.
1,000 people in here for him?
What kind of statement is that?
That's what I'm
what's
trying
that
to say,
statement
like,
trying
what
to
kind of-
prove? Like, what is the statement
I don't
saying?
You want
get
me
it.
to go? I got some things in my mind, Cuz, that I didn't talk about.
He wants to hear about Drake.
Yeah.
He
think,
does.
Is that the way he trying to get?
Yeah, is that the
niggas
way
You want
he
me to
wants to
start
hear.
kicking Cuz back in right now?
Like, what is? Why don't?
Like, I don't think y'all understand this. Cuz don't like when I kick his back in, because I'm not the rest of these. See, he can spend that money and fuck with YG Life. He can spend that money and fuck with YG Life. Let me tell you what his mark ass is doing. He's spending money and financing Draco campaign, cuz, to try to fuck with this boy Life and get him arrested, because he mad about a battle. He started playing me like that, cuz I swear to God, that little shit will get shot up and all that shit. I make his life horrible. All that shit he living in out here, cuz, that shit'll get burnt up. See, the difference is, cuz, it's like real power. See, that's rented power. You rent it, you pay for it. Real power, cuz, is when it's actually real, when it's good for you just for the measure. You don't want me to start kicking cuz back in. You want me to start announcing to the world exactly what type of hoe ass shit he doing. See, here, y'all be fans of cuz, and y'all want me to go. I'm not really tripping about, it's not an important topic, cuz. You wanted to do it. This ain't no conspiracy, this is a fact. And you wouldn't care it's a fact or not, cuz you can't get cuz from out your fucking tonsils. I know cuz, you don't know cuz you a fucking fan. And you not listening to me cuz you so busy thinking you gotta like cuz music. You don't want me kicking his back end because I'm not the rest of these. I don't get emotional when I'm talking to Buddy. I get emotional when I'm talking to you. The fact that you want me to kick Cuz back in. I have avoided talking about this shit because I'm like, you know what, Cuz? I knew how much y'all look up to Cuz and y'all like, they got pissed on and all this old punk ass shit y'all like. But I could turn this motherfucker up in my sleep. And I'm not the rest of these Cuz, and ain't nothing he could do about it. I'm not, and he'll tell you I'm not the rest of these, and ain't nothing he could do about it. You start playing them games with me, Cuz I'm not none of them niggas. I'm on all the bullshit. So you don't want me start talking about Cuz. It was hell when I was talking about Cuz.
There are a couple of key points worth unpacking from that. First, Glasses Malone suggested that Drake would be wise to avoid conflict with him, hinting that Drake operates differently from other artists and implying there could be real-world consequences otherwise. Second, for anyone who's followed YG's situation over recent months, including reports of his arrest just hours before his scheduled matchup with The Game, Glasses Malone claimed that Drake is financially backing content creators to push a narrative linking YG to the death of Drakeo the Ruler. Now, to be fair, reactions to this online have been intense, with some fans firing back hard at Glasses Malone personally. But setting the personal jabs aside, plenty of people found the underlying claim itself to be extreme. It's worth acknowledging the irony of established figures airing out serious allegations on podcasts, but claims this severe, made publicly without any supporting evidence, are a big deal to put out there. And the situation escalated further once the claim reached YG directly. Glasses Malone went on to allege that Drake was engaged in additional behind-the-scenes efforts targeting YG, including funding propaganda meant to tie him to Drakeo's death and pushing for his arrest, along with claiming there was more happening that hadn't been made public yet. YG then reposted this on his Instagram story with the caption, "Say it ain't so," adding commentary suggesting there was more to come. Reaction from Drake's fan base was swift and heated, with many calling the framing of these claims exaggerated. Others pointed out the irony of a longtime figure in West Coast circles buying into a theory that Drake is paying federal investigators to look into a murder case, especially given that YG himself is currently under federal investigation and appeared to be engaging with online speculation regardless. According to some fans, this wasn't just Glasses Malone making pointed remarks toward Drake. It was YG himself, appearing to escalate things further with that Instagram post, aimed at someone widely regarded as one of the biggest names in music, all while already facing his own legal scrutiny. To be clear, there's no actual evidence that Drake is funding any of these pages, and it seems more likely that this is simply fans defending him however they can. Still, the online back and forth continued, with jokes about law enforcement watching closely once accusations started flying. So, the open question remains, does this rise to the level of an actual threat against Drake, or is this fan reaction being blown out of proportion? And separately, do you believe there's any truth to the idea that Drake is funding creators to connect YG to Drakeo's death? Moving on to the monthly numbers. On YouTube, Drake held on to his spot as the top streamed rapper on the platform, a position he's maintained since the release of Iceman, Habibi, and Maid of Honor, pulling in 372 million streams for the month. Rounding out the top 5 were Drake, Eminem, Youngboy Never Broke Again, and Kendrick Lamar. And it wouldn't be surprising to see 50 Cent crack the top 5 next month, since he came in close behind Kendrick in July. Once again, 50 Cent holds the title of the most streamed New York rapper on the platform. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's numbers came in a bit lower than expected following his Yankee Stadium shows, pulling in 76.5 million streams for July. He did see a boost, just not enough to overtake 50 Cent, though comparing that to his 65.6 million in June, that's still a roughly 10 million stream increase month over month. One user reacted to 50 Cent's numbers by claiming that even combining the streams of everyone who's ever dissed him wouldn't add up to more than what he pulls individually. Skeptical at first, the comparison was actually worth checking. Looking at a few artists who took shots at 50 Cent following the BMF documentary, Rick Ross brought in 50.8 million streams for July, T.I. earned 60.5 million, Papoose, whose numbers spiked briefly during his 50 Cent diss tracks, has since dropped back down to around 370,000 for the month. Mano pulled 1.66 million, Fabulous brought in 21.2 million, and Jim Jones came in at 4.34 million. Combined, all of those numbers together still fall short of 140 million, well below 50 Cent's solo total, which raises the question, if the narrative is that 50 Cent has become irrelevant, what does that say about the artists who can't collectively match his numbers? Over on Spotify, the top 2 spots for monthly listeners stayed the same, with the top 5 landing as Drake, Eminem, YG, Kendrick Lamar, and Travis Scott. Some fans believe Eminem's continued dominance comes from a deeper personal connection listeners feel towards him, especially notable given how rarely he makes public appearances these days. That's all for this update. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.